was the password? Bad choices. Depression. You ever walk into a place and it's just heavy?
Heavy vibes, yeah.
Like, there's heavy vibes.
There's sadness in the air.
Sadness vibes.
It is a place where there's a lot of people with pain there. Tis a heavy place. Tis a silly place.
On second thoughts, let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place.
Right.
Tis a silly place.
Happy birthday, my love.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
I thought it was 3:33 in the morning.
PM. My mom wouldn't get up that early.
True.
Come on. I always forget numerology-wise what 333 means, but I always thought that was so cool. That's when I was born. It's on my birth certificate.
That is a good birthday time.
America. Yeah.
I think it's called the thalamus. There's a part of the brain that is basically, it tones down all your senses. There's a theory that your senses are a lot more acute than we perceive them, and that the thalamus takes sensory information and basically turns the volume way down on it. And one of the reasons that psychedelics has such a powerful experience on people is because it kind of deactivates the thalamus's ability to tone your senses down. So your eyes start seeing things, and your brain is not used to that full sensory information.
Right.
And it's this idea that I always find that amazing, because it's the idea that we're capable of experiencing the world in a more intense way, but your brain is literally like, let's save that, for like an emergency.
Yeah.
We need to make you super strong and super acute, and here 10 miles away, rustling in the bush, I'll turn off. But on a Tuesday, at work as an accountant, you don't need to be tripping balls all day long. All right, man?
Let's just crank that down.
Right.
This one goes to 11.
The numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11.
And why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
But that's always been like a mind-blowing concept that you don't even experience the world the way your senses do.
Doesn't that blow
kind
your
of
mind?
like right now I'm touching, I'm seeing, I'm hearing, but my brain is literally turning the volume down. Mm-hmm. I'm not actually experiencing what I'm touching and feeling.
Absolutely.
That's cuckoo banana pants. Really the clinical term for it.
Cuckoo banana pants?
Yes, cuckoo banana pants. I don't know how to deal with that mentally.
There's a lot I don't know how to deal with mentally.
I
can't even deal. What the hell did it go? I can't even deal. That was my life, oh.
I'd like to pretend that's obscure, but it's not.
But honestly, sometimes even with the toned down thalamus, the world feels overwhelming. So yes. I do not know what life would be like if I had to experience it at full blast all the time.
Did I give you permission? I can't do. Like I'm building a partition. I can't do.
Is that the part they cut out when they lobotomize someone?
No, it's the frontal lobe they detach from the rest of the brain.
Detachable penis.
The penis was missing again. It's detachable. This comes in handy a lot of the...
It's the part that plans. And
that's what they take out?
Yeah, and looks into the future. It basically makes you completely present focused.
If you got one foot in the past and the other in the future, you're pissing on today.
So you don't... It eliminates anxiety, because all anxiety comes from projecting about the future.
Or the past.
No, because the past.
Oh, that's depression.
Yeah, that's depression.
That's my old friend.
No one.
Oh, hello, sadness, my old friend. Hello, depression.
So I think when you lobotomize someone, they stop worrying about the future.
So does mindfulness, but you don't have your scalpel.
But you don't have to cut your. You can then go back to being a person. It does feel very much like you're not worried about anything. You don't even. It's weird. You are thinking, but you're not thinking about anything in particular. Thoughts are just kind of happening.
That book, 10% Happy, was so well done.
That was a beautiful book. That was a very good book.
That was the coolest way to talk about meditation and very palatable. The monk version is so intense and so off-putting to me.
Yeah.
The traditional body scan. I know the parts of my body. Thumb, and now forefinger, middle finger, ring finger. You're like fucking pinky. Yeah, I got it.
And now
left hand.
Now bring your attention to your jaw. Is it relaxed? If not, you're probably still angry about Season 8 of Game of Thrones. Feel the sensations in your neck. Do you feel any tightness? If yes, open your eyes and make sure no one is strangling you.
This is boring as balls. No.
You know what it is, though? I think there was a moment with mindfulness, and its moment has kind of passed.
Yeah.
It was very faddish.
Yeah, it got trendy.
And in its moment, they did what people always try to do when they monetize or make something about efficiency. They stripped away all the spirituality, because spirituality always requires something of compassion from you. They're like, we heard in a lab that people are more efficient if they do this mindfulness horse shit. Can we do it in the break room, but not actually think about being kind to each other? Because I might have to fire half of these people in a day and a half with no notice. So can I get that inner peace shit without all of that bodhisattva taking care of other people horse shit? I can't. That doesn't work with my life plan right now. I think being a middle manager must be one of the most soul-destroying places to be in the workforce. I hate them all.
Still don't have my billing reports, but you've got time to sit here and Google your ass off. Well, I know one thing. You've got your review coming up next week, and I can't wait to start checking me off some big fucking boxes. Attitude. Poor. Performance. Poor.
But I also have great compassion for it.
I do feel sorry for you. But as it stands, the way you behave, I feel I can speak for the entire office when I tell you, go fuck yourself.
And they get mediocrity,
right,
and then have a power trip about it and cling to the little power they do have because they're angry they're not the boss.
She has one single iota of tenuous power. She thinks she can push everyone around.
You don't need this.
Here, let me just go ahead and get that from you. Great.
It's the worst spot to be in. You're not the boss. You don't really decide anything. You're the overseer.
That's great, bro. Who's the man?
There was this old book called The Peter Principle, which was like a satirical management book. And his general theory was every middle manager goes upward until they reach a position where they're not qualified for anymore, and then they stay there forever. So you always, in every large institution, you end up with someone who's unqualified for the position they're in. And I thought, oh, wait a minute.
That's so interesting to think about.
Doesn't that feel true, though?
I instantly had a whole bunch of names pop to mind that I will not repeat, but yes, you will eventually always have that happen.
So every position ends up staffed by a person who's over their head, but will never leave it.
I say no thank you to that.
I say no thank you. If you do well at something, they'll promote you. And then when you stop doing well, you won't get any more promotions. So you'll just stay at the job you suck at forever. Yeah, no, the environment you exist in and that you create affects you internally, externally. I think it's hard to wrap your head around sometimes because we're so hyper individual. We like to think that there's like, no, there's the me, and then the me changes everything around me. The me is not changed by what's around me. But that's silly.
We really are affected by what's around. We think we are completely independent and think our own way, but I think it is naive to not be humble and say, I am highly influenced.
Right. That was Heidegger's thing, was always like, your being is a function of kind of your awareness of your own being, but also time and place.
Wait, I feel like you just jumped over that like that wasn't a mind-blowing statement.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
No?
That just blew my mind. Your awareness of your awareness?
Your awareness of your own being. There was a guy, Heidegger, and he wrote this book called Being and Time. But his thing was, you had this thing called Dasein, which is like authentic being, and then you had a fallen being, which is a being you perform when you're not paying attention or when other people are watching. And his idea was like happiness was only possible when you were able to achieve that kind of state of Dasein, where you're understanding your being in time and place, and you're doing it authentically. And to do it authentically, you have to be aware of how the systems, institutions, and environments around you affect you. You have to accept that you are a creature of time and place. You can't escape it. And then try to find authenticity inside of that.
Within the accepted version of yourself.
Exactly.
Like, I want to be an elevated Snooki.
An elevated Snooki.
I don't get this highlight, bronzer, sparkle, glitter debate in the weird depths of the makeup community. Like, if a bitch wants to wear a matte lip or gloss, let her live her life. What makeup Nazis are you all praying to? If I want a glittery born bronzer, let me live my life.
Let me live my life.
Let me live my life.
Why won't you let me live my life?
Let me live my life. I can go get my knife.
Now 42-year-old woman.
I can't believe you're 42.
Yeah. You know why? Because I've learned in my age to wear glittery bronzer.
That's right.
Whenever the fuck I want.
Because you create good vibes around you and you wear glittery bronzer. The secret to your beauty, my love.
Thank you, sir.
Not giving a fuck what other people think.
That's the best beauty advice I can give
Here's
anyone.
my beauty advice.
Not giving a fuck about what other people think.
No fucks
That's
to give.
The best makeup. Don't copy my shit. What brings you joy, I don't care if that's sweatpants and a bar soap or full drag and everything in between. Not giving a fuck about what other people think, other people tell you, or putting yourself in a box because someone else does. Live your life. Best beauty advice. You will look the most glamorous you've ever looked.
Because you'll feel good, too.
You'll feel good. I think the smartest people in any field you go into know that they are forever students.
Yeah, I think it's a benefit to feel stupid about things.
I wouldn't phrase it like that.
Be stupid, feel stupid, and never trust yourself. You're a liar. You're always going to lie to yourself.
That actually is really good advice.
It is good advice. I heard you guys had somebody who came in here and tells you to believe in yourself and all that horse. No. You have a liar in between your ears. A little homunculus who gives you bad ideas all day long. Don't listen to that guy. But then there's another guy in there who gives you good ideas, and they have the same voice. Welcome to life. Have fun.
Learning to distinguish those two voices are all the things you need to pick up along the way.
That is.
There are two wolves, and they're always fighting. One is darkness and despair. The other is light and hope. Which wolf wins?
Whichever one you feed.
Good.
Life right there.
That's life. You already have the two voices in you. Learning to give them two different tones and recognition and putting them in the correct category.
Yeah, knowing when the stupid voice is talking and when the smart voice, the wise voice is talking. Because they sound a lot alike. It's so weird though. I don't know if it's weirder to think you're doing the right thing but not, or to know you're doing the wrong thing but still do it. I don't know which version is weird.
Well, I think I know because only one you can correct.
That's true.
I'm aware I'm making the wrong decision when I do X behavior, and I do it anyway.
Right.
But if I have awareness of it, I am able to, in theory, impart something that could...
Yeah, at least there's a chance.
There's a chance I could go to therapy. I could figure this out. I could do whatever works for you. You at least have the potential. You might not exercise that.
Right.
You might still make bad choices. I think if you think you're making the right decision and listening to the correct voice, like the word of God, or you know it in a way, not being able to ever reasonably be talked out of something is a scary place to be.
But I mean, I think most people who are at the top of a hierarchy are that sure about it, most things, but also most people who fail miserably in life are that sure about most things.
So it's either the most valuable skill or the most detrimental.
I think it's the most detrimental all the time, but some people, because of that one trait, will actually reach the top of a hierarchy of their desire.
Yeah.
Almost more by accident than by will.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get to the top without having that mindset, but it's a 99% chance you'll just crash on the rocks.
It's good to know I'll never be on top.
You want to be on top?
And no politician's like, maybe you should vote for the other guy.
Yeah, never.
Like, he does raise a good point.
Never.
I am a little weak in that category. Maybe he's the better option.
I knew from an early age I wanted millions of people following me. Like, oh God, you ever consider being an accountant instead? Could you do something else, please?
Maybe you could do something for people instead of take them over and tell them how to think and what to do.
Well,
that could be an option too. Just explore.
They don't know what they need. Those dumb people. That's why they need me.
Yeah, if someone's in 100% of being a leader and has no reservations and hasn't sat and questioned themselves and constantly evaluates, I have concerns.
Right. Excuse me.
I have concerns. I don't care what the category, I have concerns.
Suspish.
Really red flaggy, super suspish thing. Okay? Get ready for it. Suspish. Suspish.
Just French fries. I am so excited.
I'm not a big poutine fan. I don't want to wet anything.
I don't know.
Don't make it wet.
Don't make it weird.
Poutine
is taking French fries and making it weird.
What are you doing with French fries?
Yeah, I'm trying to not yuck people's yum, but like, I'm down with gravy. But let's not put gravy on French fries.
And do not make them wet.
Yeah, mashed potatoes, I rock hard with gravy.
Yeah.
But stick form, what are you doing? I purposely made them into crunchy sticks. Now I'm putting something on them that will make it the opposite.
That's madness. Crispy fry?
Preach.
Put something on top of it?
Why are you doing that?
What kind of psycho are you?
I love you so hard.